landscaping. We're going to help you get organized around your house. We're going to take you all around your home. But you know what? How's the air quality in your home? If you're looking for the best, the biggest, well, here it is. Could be your last chance on our today's special. Okay, first and foremost, I hope you start calling early. You know, listen, whether you watch HSN or not, you've probably thought I should get an air purifier. You know, certainly we know this is cold and flu season. The allergies have been off the chain here in Florida. Certainly, while it is not a cure for asthma or allergies or the cold or flu, the air in our home is dirtier than the air in the great outdoors. Proportionately, we spend more time in the great indoors, and certainly that has never been more true than this time in history. But if you are looking for our most powerful, a forever filter that is true HEPA, not HEPA-like, not HEPA-esque, not wish it were HEPA when it grew up. This is true HEPA that you don't get dinged with a $60, a $70, an $80 filter cost. And then, God forbid, if you don't know the special number allocation, I've actually had air purifiers that I've purchased in the past where they quit making the filter, making that product obsolete. This is your forever filter. It's your forever system. And quite candidly, at the best price we or anyone else in the industry is offering, this could be your whole home solution for a lot of us. So bottom line is this. I think we all understand, certainly during this time in history, the air that we breathe is more important than ever before, especially if you do have particular breathing challenges or asthma or allergies. Again, not a cure or treatment, but you would never drink water out of a dirty glass. You would never eat a plate of food brought to you at a restaurant that had a hair in it, or again, that coffee cup that somebody else's lipstick is on. I hope you try this. Allison, there are a lot of things to get through. I will tell you this though, okay, perfect, you read my mind. We have sold over 16,000 of these. We have fewer than 2,000 left. That's more than, well, actually about what they sold in the midnight block with Adam. I hope you can do it. In fact, should we clear the air? We'll get ready to do that very soon. But at this juncture, I hope we can send this home to you. When you look at that HSN price, retail value on this anywhere else is upwards of $350. Our HSN price, after the stroke of midnight, when you see Leslie with our brand new HP Today's special, goes up by, well, $100. So it's even the best price that we have ever offered this at. 30-day return policy, we're doing free shipping, it's less than $50 on your credit card, and we're gonna help you clear that air. Of course, Vonabelle Sherman, our health, our lifestyle expert, has been joining us all day long. I love it when Vonabelle is in our shows. She's super knowledgeable about what she does and how she does it. But at the end of the day, Vonabelle, I think we can all appreciate the multitude of benefits behind an air purifier. And not all purifiers are created alike, not all HEPA is created alike, and this is designed to be perhaps the last air purifier you will ever need. So Vonabelle, if we have you, oh, are we gonna clear the air first? Oh, okay, Vonabelle, I'm gonna defer to you. As we know, live television sometimes can create shenanigans all of their own. So,
yep, I do know.
Yes, you do, all too well. Well, hey, first of all, congratulations on a fabulous day. And I'm just glad that we have any of these remaining. You know, I do suffer from allergies and asthma. And while, again, it's not a cure or treatment, I did actually, I was watching you and Adam last night. I posted a picture. I was doing breaded pork cutlets. And I thought, well, gosh, you know, does your house tell tales on you? Whether it's the burnt popcorn in the microwave or the fish or all those contaminants and pollutants that we're breathing into our lungs, this is gonna take care of it for us, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And we're going to do it in such a way that you never have to spend another nickel on a filter going forward. If, like me, that's what hindered you from getting an air purifier, because you're like, oh, I really need it, but I can't do the $40, $50, $60 a couple of times a year, every year for the life of the filter. This one is a forever filter or a permanent filter. You just vacuum it clean. But let's talk about what it does. This is the best example of what it does. So here's our before. 2 layers of filtration. This is our cocoa carbon, which is your pre-filter, and then underneath is your true HEPA. What we've done on the one next door is I enlisted my son Jamie, and I asked him to run this purifier in his house for a month, in his apartment actually, because I have found that apartments actually are super dusty. So this is the result, what he gave me back. Look at it layered. If we did not have this air purifier, everything that you see here, all this discoloration, all the dust, all the dander, out the allergens, where would they be? They'd be in your nose and your lungs, just like my nose and my lungs. You can help live a healthier life by having an air purifier. And sometimes when you have respiratory problems or COPD, a doctor will say, oh, you need an air purifier. And then you're like, okay, but what kind? So that's what I'm here to tell you about. The best kind is really important. You have to know some good facts. Well, first of all, this unit can do your smallest room, something maybe 10 by 10, 10 by 12, all the way up to 2,000 square feet. So this unit isn't, oh, what size do I need? Do I need this one? This one is for all sizes, and I'll tell you why. Here is a diagram of some examples. So just looking at the green boxes, we have the bedroom, 10 by 15 by 8, 17 times, almost 18 times an hour. We're going to fully scrub the air and exchange it. Let's go to that bathroom, the other green one, just because that green pops. 26 times, almost 23 times in a 10 by 10 by 8. And then you go to big rooms. Now, I will say that there is an outside agency that actually regulates portable air purifiers. And they have like a standard, like what is the medium grade that we need to cover so we can say that this works properly. And what they say is we need the square footage for when it works for 5 times an hour or every 12 minutes. For this great unit, that's 550 square feet. So if you put it in a big space, or maybe it's an open floor plan, which I have, and I'm going to share my home with you in a little bit, then you can do your bigger spaces.
You
now,
can. Hey, Vonabelle,
so
I'm so sorry, I have to interject
yes.
because we are so busy and my crew is making fun of me.
Yeah.
So we were working on our smoke chamber, you know, like I said, best laid plans. I hit the button and I hit it so fast, it cleaned the air so quickly, my crew literally couldn't take the shot fast enough. I don't know if that's ever happened to me with any air purifier I've ever sold here at HSN. And Vonabelle, I apologize. The reason I have to interject is, listen, especially if you're new to HSN, certainly you don't need me or even the expertise of Vonabelle to inform you on the necessary element of having an air purifier in your home. But this is your forever filter. You have to understand, you dust less. If you wake up in the morning, my eyes are usually puffy, I'm coughing, I'm sneezing. Again, it's not curing or treating anything, but if you are pulling out those contaminants that you breathe in a larger square footage, the most powerful, but let's just talk about the sheer economics of this. You're not forcing your lungs, little lungs, big lungs, fur babies, your lungs to work harder. It is true HEPA, and not all air purifiers are created alike. But now, I'm just going based on past air purifiers that I've sold here at HSN. We're taking $100 off your price. On average, and I'm just basing this on my own individual experience, you could spend almost as much as the price of admission on filters with other air purifiers. Now again, I'm basing that on my own personal experience, and I know retail values vary. But this is a forever filter system that is true HEPA. So if it saves you $100 a year, $150 a year, whatever those individual filters are, some of them are 50, some of them are 70, some of them are 80. I know price ranges, certainly they vary retail, but you are never, it could save you the price of admission just on filters. Now here's why my crew is laughing, and Vonabelle, you'll appreciate this.
Okay, pay attention.
I know, they got
Keep
the
your
shot.
eyes on that, because it's quick.
I know, seriously. It takes me longer to sing happy birthday to my friends and family than it takes me longer to brush my teeth. It takes me longer to heat water for the tea that I drink in the morning. This is faster than my microwave. I'm serious. Now, I realize we're using it in a small enclosed space, and we use smoke because it's a very small component. But when I posted that picture of that pork that I was cooking last night, you have to understand the things that you smell, the things that you can't see can hurt you. And the big thing is, unless you're calling now, will we offer this? You better believe it. Vonabelle knows I was going to buy this for the regular HSN price of $300, but we've been completely sold out. This is it. Final quantities. This is your final show. It could easily be gone before that last scheduled airing at 11 o'clock. And you know what? You get a 30-day return policy. If you don't find that you're breathing easier, if you don't find that maybe you're coughing less, sometimes even people say, oh, I don't feel like I'm snoring as much. I'm not making any weird medical claims. All I can tell you is right now, if you don't have HEPA filtration, you are breathing, you are forcing your lungs, you are forcing your lungs to filter out the things that this air purifier will do, and will do forever without any hidden costs of filtration. Vonabelle, thanks for letting me just kind of circle the wagons, because I know people are trying to make their buying decision, and I just want to encourage everyone to do it this hour as opposed to waiting to our last official airing. But I will defer to you because obviously you're our expert, and there's so many things to talk about here, aren't they?
There are, because this unit has so many good bells and whistles, which is why this unit is a very good unit for the Today Special. So I'm going to show you the inside workings of the Live Pure Valley. Look at this cutaway here. So you're seeing, first of all, at the top, it has the soft touch electronic control. Then you have your natural cocoa carbon pre-filter, which of pre-filters, good, better, best, this is the best. And of course, cocoa carbon is a renewable resource. And then your true HEPA filter, which is real, true, gold standard, and you must have that. Don't settle for anything else, because that removes 99.97% of all the particulates in the air down to 0.3 microns. Now, at 0.3 microns, actually, you can't see that. Those are the things that are irritating you, bothering you, that you can't see even. And then at the bottom, the LED accent light, which you could use or not use, totally up to you. It's very pretty, though. Okay, so microns, what does that mean? Because these are the sizes of particulates that bother you, allergens that bother you. Here's some size examples. One single strand of hair, I don't mean all your hair, I mean one single strand, is that 80 to 100 microns. Then going down from there is things you can't see. Pollen, household dust, pet dander, and then that 0.3 is smoke. And it's also those tiny, tiny particles that set your eyes off itching, that make your throat scratch, that wake you up in the middle of the night, that you think you need a drink of water. So this one is so special because, let me just go through this whole thing. First of all, if you're a practical mom like me, or just practical with your budget, you wanna know that this is a forever or permanent HEPA. All you do is vacuum it with this kind of tool. You have it on your vacuum cleaner. You vacuum this once a month, maybe once every 2 months, depends if you have pets. I find that's kind of a defining factor. And you also vacuum your cocoa carbon. Now what happens after you do that, you return it to its original performance, and then it's good for the life of the unit. Now they say that that's about 12 years. Why? Not because it broke or because it's bad. It's because in 12 years there'll be new technology and you'll probably want something different. So imagine having a filter that lasts you the life of the unit. Never ever having that panic like, oh my gosh, I need a new filter. Where do I get one? How big is this? Oh, it has a special angle. Where do I get it? You never have to worry about that. Or the sticker shock of, oh, I didn't know a true HEPA filter is $60 to replace every few months. It won't, so no money pit, very important. This also has a sealed gasket. Very important features. You think, oh, it's a filter. No, you see, there are important things to pay attention to. Maybe you have an air purifier at home and you're going, I don't need one, Vonabelle, because the one I have is not working. Go look at the filter. If the filter is paper or cardboard, air is coming and bypassing the filter and coming out dirty. It's doing nothing. If you don't have a sealed gasket, this rubberized gasket that stops the air from passing by the side, forces the air through the 2 layers of filtration that makes it perfectly clean for you, then you don't have a good system. This is a great system, and look at the size of this. When I hold this up, it is the full size of the unit. You want a filter that is the full size because you want the most surface space to collect allergens. There's 2 forms of the allergens, outdoor and indoor. Outdoor, we have tree, grass, pollen, weeds. And next, like 3 weeks from now, oh boy, are we going to be in the season? You're going to be uncomfortable. And maybe last year you really were irritated and you're like, oh, I do need an air purifier, but where do I get one and how good is it? This is the one you want. So we just saw the pre-filter, and now allergens, smoke, dander, dust mites, mold spores, odors, that's what's going into the true HEPA. And it is a big filter. And this is the one that you don't have to think about size. If you want to put it in a small room, go ahead. It'll clean that room 26 times in an hour. Want to put it in that 550 square feet? It's going to clean it 5 times every hour, every 12 minutes, and then go up to the 2,000 square feet that this is capable of. 33 times a day, we will scrub that air clean in your big, say, open plan. If you have an open floor plan, this is a great unit for your open floor plan. And that's just an example, this graphic of, let's look at the great room. 20 by 20 by 8, 6.66 times every single hour. And when I say that, please picture, like you're washing the dishes, scrubbing the air clean, removing all the particles. And by all, I mean 99.97% of all the particulates, all the irritants that are bothering you. Now, if you had, say, a flood this year, you get mold, right? But it's the mold spores that float around the air and irritate you and are actually very toxic for you. Maybe grandpa lives with you and he smokes and nobody can stand it, but they love grandpa. Get an air purifier for them. Contain that smoke in the Live Pure so that no one else has to breathe it. Because of the sealed gasket, because of the permanent filter that you never, ever have to buy a new one, this makes this an incredible value. Especially, you look at the size of this, we're shipping it to you for free, Shannon, right? That's amazing.
Vonabelle, thank you for doing that description because that gave me time to put it in my shopping bag. I will tell you, okay. It really did. You know I'm not kidding. I mean, I don't use my phone as a prop. I use it as a useful tool to place orders while I'm on the air, which I'm actually going to do right now because at this point, we have sold well over 16,000. We have hundreds and hundreds of you who are in the various forms of ordering. At this juncture, we have actually fewer than 1,500. Now remember, that does not take into consideration the manner in which people are calling. If you're like me, load that app on your phone. You will never regret that because it actually allows you to go ahead in terms of the ordering process. But Vonabelle, full disclosure, you know I'm always TMI. I even told my crew I should have a box of Kleenex stapled to my face. I mean, look at this. Got the little Kleenex here because my nose has been running, my eyes have been red, my eyes have been sore, I've been coughing. While it is not curing or treating, you know, any specific medical condition, I am forcing my lungs to work harder. And if you are within the sound of our voice, if you're watching this show, if I sound passionate, it's because I am. My dad does have a low-level COPD. I have allergies. I have asthma. My mom uses a nebulizer. She has asthma. Again, it is not a cure or treatment for a medical condition. However, if you don't have true HEPA in your home, I can tell you for a fact, you are forcing your lungs to work harder than they need to. I can tell you that right now. And it doesn't matter whether you do have particular areas of concern or not. If you do not have true HEPA, remember, not HEPA-esque, not HEPA-like, you are, I repeat, you are forcing your lungs to filter out contaminants in your home. And the air in our home is dirtier than the air in the great outdoors. If you call now, we are taking $100 off your purchase price. And that's why I got mine right now. I put it on FlexPay. Vonabelle's right. When you get it, this is substantial. For a lot of us, this is a whole home solution. Moreover, it is a forever filter. I remind you again, and I'm just basing this on past air purifiers that I've sold here at HSN. Retail values vary. I want to get that right out there. But you could spend almost as much as the price of admission on filters depending on whose air purifier that you're purchasing. Now, I don't know about you, but if that's $60, $70, $80, $100 a year, that's why air purifiers sometimes get a bad name because people don't replace them when they should. And then not only that, so there are no hidden costs here, but then you have to worry about, did I get the right filter? Vonabelle, I'll have you go over the control panel panel. It's also very quiet running. But as an example, I'm running an air purifier in my bedroom right now that I bought during the start of this whole thing. And do you know the website that I bought it from? First of all, I was talking to Adam about this. I spent that retail price. I'll just tell you that right now. I spent $350 and it wasn't Live Pure. I'll have you talk about their brand quality as well. But do you know I cannot buy the filters now from this website? And I'm trying to figure out what to do with this thing. So it's running, but it's not cleaning the air anymore because I even see the filter is clogged and it's not a forever filter. But aesthetically speaking, no hidden costs, no gotcha moments, true HEPA. It's actually very diverse in all of the various functions it has as well, isn't it?
Yeah, we gave a lot of choices. So the first one you see is the accent light. Now you could use that or not. That's that pretty blue light on the bottom. And it makes a great accent light, baby light. But some people like to sleep in the total darkness, so you can shut it off. Then next to that is your speeds, low, medium, high, and turbo. Those are really important. And turbo is definitely, you should use if you have a stinky room, stinky kids, a stinky dog who's hanging out in that room. Put it on turbo, let the air get clean, 20 times in that hour, and it won't even be the same air in an hour. That's a really helpful tool, that turbo. That one's a little louder, but it does a great job moving the air. This is famous for moving the air to clean the air. Then next is your timer. You can choose 2, 4, or 8 if you want to take a nap and you want to set it and have the best air. Your on-off's in the middle. Then sleep mode. Now sleep mode is for you when you want to sleep and you want the lowest, quietest setting. And then the last two, that is, what do you always say? Winner, winner, chicken dinner?
I do.
So this, you do. So HEPA filter and pre-filter. When those lights go on, it doesn't mean, oh, time to buy a new filter. It means, did you vacuum me lately? That's what that means. So if the HEPA one goes on, it's a sign, go vacuum it. If the pre-filter goes on, it's a sign, go vacuum it. You never will buy a new filter during the life of this unit. You will not be buying a money pit. I love that.
Ever.
So if you're practical and you know you need an air purifier, but you didn't want that ongoing cost, you got it.
Hey,
okay.
Vonabelle,
There we go.
I have to interject, and that I promise it is not to be abrupt or reckless and impolite. I got mine. I hope you get yours. There is a 30-day return policy. We are taking $100 off your price for this show. Now, full disclosure, we were supposed to have an airing with Vonabelle at the top of the 11 o'clock hour. If that happens, I can tell you it's going to be a blip on the radar. It will be wildly abbreviated. Don't let somebody else get your air purifier. Don't force your lungs to work harder than they need to. Don't buy an air purifier that's not real HEPA or that costs you extra money. So remember, there are no hidden costs. There are no gotcha moments. For a lot of us, the square footage that it covers, it could be a whole home solution, but moreover, it's a forever filter. And it is effectively not only reducing those odors, those pollutants, those contaminants. Yes, it could be something as irritating as not smelling the litter box or not smelling that fish that you fried the night before. But more importantly, it could be all of those outgassings from your nail polish, from your hairspray, from the paint for all the home remodeling projects that you did during this stay-at-home time in history. I want you to get it at home though. And even if I appealed to vanity, if you wake up with coughing, sneezing, red eyes, your chest kind of hurts, not curing or treating anything. I just have to make that clear. I want you to try this. You will dust less. That's the other caveat here. It is better for your electronics. It's better for your, furniture, for your home. But more importantly, it's better for your budget. We are saving you $100 for this show. We were supposed to have an airing next hour. My producer, Allison, fought the good fight for me. She called, she's already run this up the management tree. And they're like, oh, no, we think we'll have enough. I beg to differ because with the final 1,100 at this point, we have hundreds of people joining us. We will pay to send it to you. It's a substantial box when you get it, because remember, it's a whole home forever filter solution. It is less. Okay, is it the final? Oh, Allison, okay. Chris has to be, you know, kind of, he's like, well, Chris, okay, you do need to call now. Here's what is happening. And Vonabelle, thank you for giving me just an extended moment to just, you know, fill in everybody. You need to be calling now. When you see that final presentation banner go up on your screen, that actually that's a managerial decision. In fact, there's a whole tree of administrative decision making that is required in order to say final presentation. They're basing that on how many people we have ordering and how few we have left. So I guess the bottom line is I'm glad that you're watching. I'm grateful for you, and I'm delighted for you and your family. We want you to breathe easier. We want you to clear the air. Certainly it's not gonna cure or treat any medical condition, but you run this for 1 week. I'm serious, you run this for 1 week. And I don't care if it's the burden, if you feel like, oh God, my chest just feels kind of heavy. Again, not curing or treating anything, but if you don't have true HEPA, you are forcing your lungs to do all of that dirty work. No hidden costs, no gotchas, forever filter, free shipping. If you are joining us, if we consider everyone in the various forms of ordering, we maybe have 500 or 600. Vonabelle, we're gonna say about 10 minutes or sellout. Now remember, even if there were one left, we raised the price by $100 at midnight, which is still a great value, comparatively speaking, in the market. We've talked a little bit about the features. Can you also tell the Live Pure story and really some of the dynamic elements that make this brand so special in addition to this kind of pricing?
Absolutely. You know, and I want to talk about, while you were talking, the camera ever so coolly went to our smoke chamber twice. Did you all see that? I hope you did, because that's important. What we're showing you in doing that is they're moving the air to clean the air. That's part of the Live Pure story. They worked hard to learn how to move the air efficiently, because if you don't move the air, you can't clean the air. Because I'm saying you can do a small room or a big room. Well, so if this is a big room, if it is that big floor plan, how do I get the air way over in that corner, way over in that corner, if this unit can't move the air? Because we are pulling it from the left, pulling it from the right, sending it through the Live Pure unit and sending out virtually clean air, because we're going to remove 99.97% of all the particles in the air. An example of that is actually right in my hand. I have a filter that I let my son use, but we could look at this graphic first. So here's your 2 layers of filtration, which is very important. If you don't get this tonight, which I think you should, if you don't have 2 layers of filtration, you will not get the best benefit. Allergens, dander, dust mites, mold spores, odors, VOCs, all of those are removed from the air. So when somebody walks in your house, they won't smell anything, because no smell is the best smell. Now take a look at this. I have a before, nice and clean, perfect, and I have an after. I let my son take my Live Pure unit to his house for a month, and it was in an apartment complex. And I think apartment complexes are like extra full of dust, maybe because of how they're built or sharing the units. But look at what's on here. If he was not using this, he would be breathing this in his nose, his mouth. If you're not, in your lungs, if you're not, then you're breathing this. Because if you're not letting a Live Pure unit be the lungs for you, you're the lungs. You tax your nose and your lungs. And then that's why your eyes get itchy and your throat gets scratchy and you wake up and you need a drink of water. And then also in allergy season, you have to have an air purifier, especially for those 4 outdoor, you know, the pollen and the trees and the weeds and the grass. That's hitting hard in just another 3 weeks. And then the EPA says the air inside our home is actually 5 times more toxic because of what's floating around in the house, because of outgassing, just like Shannon said, plus dust mites, plus if you have pets. If you have pets, you're going to see this load up with cat and dog hair, but better here than giving you more dusting or you breathing it and sneezing all the time. And then to clean this, all you do is vacuum it. There's no money pit. Yay! I can't emphasize that enough. When you buy this one, unlike any other, you do not spend another nickel. 2 layers of filtration: odor, VOCs, fur, dust particles, hair, and pollen through your cocoa carbon. Then your true HEPA, the gold standard: allergens, dander, dust mites, mold spores, odors. If you had any flooding in the last year or 2, You can get mold on the wall, but it's mold spores that float around and they are toxic to us. So it's a great unit, isn't it, Shannon?
Excited that I'm getting mine. Vonabelle knows I deal with clutter. That means extra dust than even the average home. And I know I'm forcing my lungs to do the dirty work. I did have some water damage. In fact, I've had roofers at my house for the last 2.5 weeks, and there's a lot of dust and debris and, you know, things that are added dust contaminants in my home. What I need you to realize, though, is when you see that clock on your screen, we are saying about 4 minutes, 2 minutes on the clock, and then whatever is left. We will be selling this out in this hour. Please make that phone call now. I know there's a lot of information to digest, but you do get that umbrella of security. You get that 30-day return policy, 30-day return policy. You get, it's $100 off for this hour. And I can say for this hour because unquestionably, we have almost as many people in the various forms of ordering as we do have quantities remain. We want to send this to you. I really want you to have this. And beyond the obvious, I think we're all more painfully aware of the quality of air that we breathe. Certainly, again, not a cure or treatment for anything, but do not force your lungs to do that dirty work. Whether you do have particular concerns like me and my dad and my mom do, at least with regard to breathing. And again, it's not curing or treating those things. I know I want to give my body a fighting chance, let alone I don't want my neighbors to know about the fish or the pork that I was cooking at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then you have to remember, when you vacuum this out, and Vonabelle, I love that little description, no hidden costs, no dings, no, it's a forever filter. It's true HEPA. But when you vacuum that out, and remember, when that light goes on, that does not equal a cash register. Even the one that I bought from a competing website, because we were completely sold out of air purifiers at the beginning of this whole situation at HSN. I spent that retail price. Do you know that website does not stock their filter anymore? So now I have basically a almost $400 door stop because I can't buy the filter.
So you have a paperweight,
It's
Shannon.
a paperweight.
You have a paperweight.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, it's so irritating because I look at that thing and I'm like, and I Googled the world, trust me. I don't know, you know, it was, I don't know. They're out. I can't get them. But when you vacuum this, it returns it to that full HEPA filtration. Vonabelle, here's what they are telling me. The clock expired. We're to give everybody about another 2.5 minutes, give or take, to continue to process your orders. It is official. This is the final presentation. Vonabelle will have next hour off for good behavior. So Vonabelle,
can I talk about the warranty?
You read my mind.
This company supports this item. It's USA-based customer service. So if you call them, they take the phone call in America and you speak to an American. 6-year warranty. Who gives that? You get 12 months, don't you? Think about it. 6-year warranty. And then it's also Energy Star rated. So it literally costs pennies to, you know, plug it in. So those, you know, add all those things together. And this is such a great unit by a great company giving you true HEPA with no money pit. When you get this Forever filter, you never buy another filter, Shannon.
You don't, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this because I have breathing challenges anyway, but you know, I've had a lot of construction and things going on in my house. I've been dealing with clutter for years, well, more than clutter, as Vonabelle knows, but it's interesting because we wear masks in public to protect ourselves. Friends of mine have even said, Shannon, you should really be wearing a mask in your house when you're going through all this debris. Again, it's not curing my asthma or treating my asthma. However, I can tell you for a fact that if you don't have HEPA filter, you're making your lungs get all that debris, all those outgassings, all of that stuff out of the air. Don't do it. No hidden costs. We'll take $100 off. Only if you are calling now. We will let you know when it is officially and entirely spoken for. Vonabelle, awesome job today. Congratulations on a great today's special.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Everybody for all the support for the last 24 hours.
Absolutely. Get some rest, my friend. Well deserved, for sure. Thank you, Vonabelle. All right. Well, hey, we're going to move along to another one of my favorite products in the home category. We're going to clean your drains. I'm serious about this, but there's a new little probiotic product, too. Stay tuned.
With the power of HP from HSN, reinvent how you work, how you play, how you live. Technology that makes life better for everyone, everywhere, and deals designed for every budget. HP on HSN and at hsn.com. We're making bigger even better with our supersize values, and they're available only at HSN. Supersize values are based on the price per ounce of the same item in a smaller size. However, they do not reflect a price at which HSN would sell the item. Have questions? Call us at 1-800-284-3900.
You can't afford not to be brave. It's not even an option. When life puts a wall in front of you, you break it down. Remove the fear. Remove the uncertainty. Be authentic. They say fortune favors the bold. I've been bold all my life, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Monday, March 8th is International Women's Day,
a global holiday honoring the contributions of women around the world.
Join us here on HSN all day
as we celebrate our female entrepreneurs,
designers, guests, and hosts.
It's a day of programs and products by and for women
during International Women's Day.
Right here on HSN, March 8th.
HSN and QVC in honor of Women's History Month. We're shining a light on some of the women-owned small businesses that are at the heart and home of our communities. Hear their unique stories of inspiration and innovation and discover exciting products you'll love to shop. To learn more about these women-owned businesses, visit hsn.com and qvc.com.
Well, happy Saturday. Welcome into HSN. I'm Shannon. First of all, thank you and congratulations. If you are still calling on that today's special, do not hang up. At last count, we had about 200 remaining, and actually as many or more people calling than quantities remain. All I can tell you is take action now and don't hang up. So we're still processing your orders. You can still get it. My producer Allison is gonna update me as soon as we have that official sold out banner. But here's kind of the problem. My friend Chris is our sales manager or line planning producer tonight. He has to be pulling out all of his hair because he's like, that's Shannon Smith. She's gonna sell out of the Today Special. She's gonna sell out of her drain product. And I say my drain product because I have complete ownership over this. I got hair, I got clogs, I got stuff. My drain pipes are a buffet for every kind of, little concoction and bugs. I mean, because they feed off that stuff. This is from a family of products, a family company. We call them the A-Team. For over 4 decades, for over 40 years, they've been creating professional products that are used in industries, in hotels and hair salons, pet groomers, but here's the difference. This is the Mac Daddy. This is my favorite configuration that we offer. We have the final quantities. Not only are you getting two of your super fast, that's up to 6 applications because it will clean that drain. It will. It will clean your drain. Clean your drain. But then you also get, I take probiotics from Andrew Lessman for my health. This is probiotics for your drain. It's one of the newer additions to the Professor Amos family. They're including that. It's almost $45 on the drain cleaner, and then you also get the drain maintainer as well. I just want to double check. Allison, is it true? We really, how many of these do I have? Only like a little over 1,000? There are only 1,200. Okay. You choose lemon or fresh. I think it's fresh and clean. Well, you know what? Why am I guessing? Why don't I just defer to the man with the plan? He is, of course, the son of the professor, Amos Harp III. I always call him the triple threat for a lot of reasons. Okay, triple threat. Where has this been? You've been hiding it from me. Other hosts got to air it. You've been keeping it from me, and I thought you loved me, for heaven's sake.
I do love you. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Super fast has an accelerated formula. That means it works on contact. You don't wait 30 minutes anymore. It starts to work in 10 seconds. Now, the dynamic way that this works, Shannon, it turns your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. All your grease and oil in the drain line turns into foam. That's called saponified. That's the dynamic way that it works, turning everything in the drain into foam. Now, I gotta talk about it. When you have a clog at home, most of us in a panic state of mind run out to the local department store and get a consumer product that looks like this right here. This is terrible for you. It's terrible for your drain line. They tell you on the back of this bottle to pour half of that bottle down the drain line. Well, let me tell you, products like these are highly corrosive. Okay, so it's going to eat away at the inside of your drain line. I'm going to pour as much as I can fit right there. I want you to stop and take a look. 90% of all those chemicals trickle past the clog. They end up down here at that curve unit. That curve unit is designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. But the chemicals are sitting there building heats of 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Shannon, it's cold out. Your pipes are cold. Your pipes can't go from extremely cold to hot fast with these chemicals. They're going to crack. Now, I want to give it a moment and come back to it and see if anything happens. I want to be fair, but listen, super fast. Let me tell you about this footage here. It's cold out. When you're pouring things down your drain line at a hot temperature or room temperature, when that hot oil or that hot grease or that room temperature material comes in contact with the cold pipe, it hardens right away. It solidifies right away. Now you need a proprietary formula like our Superfast, something that will break it down, break the greases and oils down without heating up your drain lines. And that's exactly what Superfast is designed to do. And this is a proprietary formula. This is a proprietary formula that the hotels use, the motels, janitorial supply, the casinos. They use this proprietary formula. Now count to yourself right now, Shannon, how long does it take to activate and go to work?
Instantaneously.
Instant. Effortlessly breaking it down, 10 seconds or less. It's breaking down last week's food, last month's food, even last year's food. It's hardened and solidified in the drain line. It's breaking it down in the foam. Now, my dad's Professor Amos. He taught me growing up, Shannon. He said, son, above all things, get understanding. Let the product do the work so you don't have to. Work smarter, not harder.
Absolutely.
So no need to use the plunger and the snake and put the wear and tear on the drain line.
Triple Threat, I just need to give another quantity update, and I apologize. I asked for your forbearance, but we all well know today's special is going to sell out, and this is it. This is your final opportunity, final quantities here. Not only are you getting that probiotic or that antimicrobial maintenance kit for no additional cost, these are our legally specific cards of information. Now, we all know, in fact, maybe you've seen the commercials. We were all putting stuff in our pipes that had no business being there, right? When this whole thing started, it's like little extra toilet paper, didn't have no toilet paper, grab whatever I had. There were things, right? There were things going in our pipes that shouldn't be there. This is not only safe for all types of plumbing, can be used with your septic systems. There is no harsh caustic odor, but because it works on a principle that is different than any other drain product you've ever used. I'm preaching here. I'm having a church moment up here. You know, I'm
inspired. I'm intrigued. This is so exciting.
But you know, Triple Threat, I do get very passionate about this because, I live alone and I'm the honey for the doing. And I've been doing I've been really strict about my no contact. So when I'm standing in water, that's dirty water. That is backup. I'll just tell you, there are bugs and there are things living in your pipes. You've got freeloaders. So Triple Threat, tell everyone the difference when we compare it to what I'm buying at the grocery store. Now, those are not cleaning my pipes, correct?
You must know, this is not a drain cleaner. This is a drain opener. Highly corrosive materials are in here. I'm not going to knock too much about this product, but I tell you what, this can hurt you and it can hurt your drain lines. Now, we have an innovative drain cleaning method. There's no ammonia. There's no acid in here. It gets through the standing chemicals, the standing water, gets through it, and with that accelerated formula, you see what it does. Effortlessly gets through those chemicals and starts to saponify right away. But I got to show you, you got to rinse the pipes. So you let that break down for about 10 minutes. Everything turns into foam. Now you'll run hot water. Shannon, you run hot water for 5 minutes, and you'll see everything has been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. Now, inevitably, it's going to pass right through there, and you have a squeaky clean drain line, just like that. Let me do test tube number 3 one more time. Everything's been suspended free from the inside of the drain line, okay? Now it's all gonna pass through there and just run hot water for 5 minutes, and that's what happens right there. All the buildup, all the grease, all the hair products go right through there, squeaky clean drain lines, the drain gas, the drain odor, that stink in your sink is gone, and you're gonna love it. Now, here's the science in an animation form. Shannon, let me talk about it. When my formula comes in contact with anything oil by in your drain line, it turns it to foam. Remember the word, saponify. That's the dynamic way that it works, turning everything in the drain into foam. Now, the foam breaks down the liquid, and then you'll run hot water for 5 minutes. Squeaky clean. It's squeaky clean. Nothing's oily or sticky left behind.
It's true. Hey, Triple Threat, can I ask you real quickly now? I know we were talking about the freeloaders in my pipes. There are things, you know, living in there. But real quickly, can you just touch briefly on the thank you, because you're not paying for that probiotic, but that is so you're cleaning the drain, but then you're also including the maintenance for no additional cost. Is that correct?
Absolutely, no additional cost. This is our Fast Flow Super 7. It has 7 natural microbials. It works by digesting the fats, oils, and the greases and the fecal matter in your drain line. So it does it in a natural way. Now you get 16 applications. Let me show you, 16 applications. So 16 times you can maintenance and clean your drain lines, and that's what you're gonna do before you get a clog. So don't wait for the clog. Be proactive with this Fast Flow Super 7 with the 7 natural microbials. It digests all the fats, oils, and greases. Now, let me dive right into this. The dirtiest place in your whole house is the drain line of the kitchen sink. There's 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch. 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch. That's what's in the drain line of your kitchen sink. So remember, maintenance and clean that drain line with the Fast Flow Super 7 to keep all the bugs and the critters that feed on that mess away. But when you actually have that clog, last week's food, last month's food, last year's food that's hard and solidified in the drain line, use the Super Fast to break all that down, opening and cleaning your drain line. Now, every clog consists of some hair. We have hair in every clog. I want to show you a time-lapse video. When you have a clog at home that has hair in it, if it's pet hair, if it's human hair, fuzz, lint, or even fur, Super Fast takes 10 minutes to break that hair down and turn it into foam. And you got to take care of that, because if you don't, Shannon, let me show you this. The inside of your drain lines are coated with fats, oils, and greases. You wash your dog, you wash your cat one time, that hair clings right to the walls of that drain line, and it builds and builds and builds until there's a nest of hair where nothing can get through. It's a mess. Then you're standing in somebody else's bath water. These big tubes right here represent the big 6-inch tubes that go from under your house out to the sidewalk and down to the city sanitation. Well, there's up to 6 ounces right there. That's all you need. So if you're just tuning in, all you need is 6 ounces of Super Fast. Test tube number 2. I'm going to pour that whole bottle. And look what's happening, Shannon.
Wow.
It's expanding the matter in the drain line. Things are starting to come back up out of your drains when that happens. Chemicals, fats, oils, and greases, everything. But over here, you see that? Super Fast is breaking it down, turning everything in the drain into foam like it's designed to do, without wearing gloves, without wearing masks. And yeah, you wanted to talk about what's it safe for. So just so you know, Super Fast is safe. It's safe on all your pipes. Newer homes, older homes. A lot of homes have PVC pipes. A lot of homes have galvanized steel pipes. Maybe you have the older homes with the terracotta clay pipes that run under your house. You know, a lot of older homes have that. You can use Super Fast on any one of those applications, even if you have a septic tank. Let me tell you, Shannon, I have a camper, and I use the Super Fast in my camper, in the drain line in there. It breaks down the hair in there from my kid's hair and the wife's hair, breaks it all down into foam, and I'm not standing in anybody else's bath water. That's why I love my dad's Super Fast. It works so good.
And you know what? And bottom line, it works.
Happy
we have
dance.
the last, happy dance indeed.
Happy
we
dance.
have the last 1,000. And remember, there is no auto ship on this. Trust me, I asked. I was a little irritated, to be perfectly honest, that I didn't get this in my shows prior to this, but at least I have the last blush, the last 1,000. Two bottles of the Super Fast. Remember, the A-Team has sold over 2 million of their drain cleaners here at HSN. up to 6 applications per bottle, and then for no additional cost, for all intents and purposes, you're getting that. You don't have to mix, you don't have to add hot water. You are getting that probiotic system.
Right.
So triple threat, real quickly before we sell this out. Even my producer Allison was asking about the garbage disposals. Now,
yes.
you talk about, okay, which product do I use and when do I use in my garbage disposal?
Okay, so your garbage disposal, the Fast Flow Super 7 is for the garbage disposal. It's for the dishwasher. It's for the laundry machine. Remember, there's a drain line on every one of those devices. So you can use our Fast Flow Super 7 with the 7 natural microbials on each one of those devices. It cleans the drain line. It gets rid of that drain gas and drain odor. You'll love it just for that. Now, just speaking to our Fast PM, this is a powder form that you mix with hot water. I know we were going to talk about it at the end, but I just want to bring it up now. This is also for your garbage disposal, your dishwasher, your wash machine. And what it is, you mix that with hot water, and then you pour that right down the drain, and it'll open and clean that garbage disposal very well. That laundry machine, that drain line on there, it'll clean that very well. But this is the Fast Flow Super 7 right here. These microbials, this is what's happening. The microbials, they latch on to the fats, oils, and greases, the fecal matter, and they start to digest. Shannon, watch this. When they digest, they multiply into billions, and they keep digesting. So what it is, it's a natural way. It's like probiotics for your drain lines. It keeps a balance in there of enzymes that just digest until all the fats, oils, and greases are broke down. Nothing's left behind. Drain gases, drain odors, all the stink in the sink is gone when you use the Fast Flow Super 7. I love it. I used it in my camper. When I bought it out of a used camper, Shannon, I bought it used, and it had a drain gas in it that was horrible. My kids didn't even want to get into the camper because it was so bad. And I used that Fast Flow Super 7. The very next day, Shannon, the drain gas was gone. I was so happy.
It is, you know, and it might be a poor analogy, but I'm going to make it anyway. And hey, by the way, we now have only a couple hundred available. I got mine because I'm on auto ship, just so you know, for super fast, but I have not tried the new probiotic product yet. So truthfully, I'm buying it just so I can get that, because they're not charging me extra for it for all intents and purposes, because the 2 super fast, if you saw that if purchased separately, are almost the price of admission. But the big thing for me is I take probiotics for my health. This is almost like immunity for your pipes. Now, that's certainly not to say you're never gonna get a clog or, you know, but it helps if you've got the stink in the sink, if so you're cleaning your drains, your drains, but it is kind of like, you know, building up your immunity or, you know, keeping those drains flowing. That's kind of the concept, isn't it?
I like how you said it's building your immunity in your drain lines. It's keeping a healthy balance of these microbials. Microbials are enzymes, and these enzymes will just digest all the fats, oils, and the greases. They multiply into billions of microbials. They keep digesting, and it keeps your drain lines open and clear and stink free. No more stink in the sink, no more drain gases, no more drain odors. You're gonna love it for that, because here's the deal, Shannon, I know you know, when you leave the house for a few hours, you come back and you smell a smell in your house. You don't know where it's coming from. You've cleaned under the couches and chairs, you've cleaned your living room, you've cleaned the kitchen, but you neglected those drain lines. The stink is coming from the inside of the drain lines. It's important that you maintenance those drain lines and clean them, and that's exactly what the Fast Flow Super 7 is for. Maintenance and clean. Don't wait for the clog. Be proactive. Take care of your drain lines so your drain lines take care of you. Very important, because it's not if, it's when. You're going to have a clog. It's inevitable. And, you know, right now, you don't want really people in your house. The plumber has to come to your house. That's a service call. It'll cost you $100 just for the plumber to take a look at your drain lines right now. And it doubles or triples around the holidays. So be proactive. I mean, the price of admission for the kit right now, you already know. It's a 1-2 punch. Maintenance and clean your drain lines and open your drain lines with the Superfast.
Absolutely. And I can tell you, if you use somebody else's product, I mean, people have done damage to their drain lines if they're using the wrong product. This is safe for all septic systems.
All the time.
Doesn't it?
It happens all the time, yeah.
It does. Hey, Triple Threat, I thank you for doing that quick mention, but also for maintenance, you have the Fast PM as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon, but we'll talk about it now again. Okay, Fast PM, you get 45 applications. This is important because you can maintenance and clean your drain lines 45 times with the Fast PM. It's a powder form, so you'll mix this with hot water. It's hot water activated. Now, this is designed to go into your garbage disposal. It's designed to clean the dishwasher and the laundry machine too. You got to maintenance those because you don't want your clothes spinning in dirty water because the drain line is clogged on the wash machine.
Absolutely. Hey, you know I love you. Did I hear a rumor you might have something as a one-day only special?
You heard it. I want you to tune in on the 15th, Shannon. I'm going to be on with you too. We've got one of the biggest configurations. I'm just going to keep it like that. One of the biggest configurations you ever seen, and it's on the 15th, HSN.
Okay.
Why don't you join me?
I'm going to hold you to that. All right. Good to see you. Thank you as always, Amos Harp III. Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. It is official. It is official. It is completely gone. Thank you so much for your orders. You know what? I'm really excited for you guys. I know that sounds crazy to get so excited about an air purifier, but Allison, how have your allergies been? Everybody that I've talked to here at HSN, I'm serious. People are having a tough time. I mean, we really are. And speaking of a tough time, it's not just our lungs that are being forced to be filters. Here in Florida, even if you don't have Herbie the Love Bug, it looks like you do because there's this cast or cloud of pollen. So we've all seen the commercials where gosh, how can I say this? Those cash in the trash mops where they've got like this little disposable thing that you have to keep buying. Good concept, at least in theory. You know how we had a forever filter on our today's special that is now officially gone? This is really, for all intents and purposes, kind of like a forever mop system. We do include 2 mop heads, by the way, but it's unique unto itself. It does come shipped to you moist. Now, the ones that we have in the studio, they've been around here for a while. Again, you can see that you can kind of reactivate it with that water, but it is self-wringing. The absorbency is unbelievable. It's really second to none. No crazy mess, no cash in the trash. You're also looking at something because of that special super absorbent material. It does not allow for, well, smells in your mop, smells in your pantry, smells in your linen closet, wherever you're keeping those cleaning products. And it is also final call. $26.95, and again, an $8.98 flex pay, 683-542. Keith, I caught Keith literally right before I went on the air, and you were so good. I'll tell you, you know your stuff. But you know, the thing is, Keith, there are a lot of different ways for us to clean our homes, but this is really kind of unique. This is really different from what people are used to seeing, isn't it?
Shannon, this is a completely different system material. As you can see, this is just the absorbency of it. It's made out of PVA, which is a polyvinyl alcohol. It's a sponge, but it's more like a windshield wiper, a vacuum. It picks it all up and leaves it so completely dry. Here's just a regular tissue. Nobody's waiting for floors to dry or to be picked up. It's literally 100% dry. So you pick up your mess, okay? You literally put it to the side, you click it, you flip it, and you rinse it out. I'm just using a bucket just to show here, but I never use the bucket. I only use my sink. I'm gonna pick up the rest of the mess. Look at how perfectly dry and clean it leaves it. And now, watch this. I'm gonna dump it out, click it, flip it, rinse it. And now if I'm done, I can just stand it up, 3 inches of space, and I'm done. No dirty mop head, no dirty mess, anything else like that. Here's how it comes. Here's a brand new one. They do come moist. Again, like any other mop, wet it. You gotta wet it, drain the excess water. Now, to use it as an everyday item, like one of the disposables that costs ongoing money like crazy. We have a dog. The floors don't look dirty, but I'll tell you right now, they're filthy. This dog sheds nonstop. It's the season. You talked about pollen in Florida. Look at how it picks everything up. It traps it, keeps it in between the grooves. I'm not using a dustpan. I'm not using a brush. Again, I click it, flip it, and rinse it. When I put it in water, the pores open up, and it releases everything it just picked up. And when I wring it out, it cleans it out, and it's perfectly clean every time. I can just store it. I'm done.
Brilliant.
Or if I want to continue mopping the house, I literally just keep going. It will get under anything. It will go 180 degrees, side to side. Now you can click it. It may feel like you're going to break it. I promise you, you will not break it. It is made to bend. Again, watch this. Look at everything it picks up. traps it, collects it, holds on to it. Now, usually I just walk to the sink, I rinse it out under the sink, and I store it, or I just keep going cleaning the house. No ongoing cost ever. Again, just look at the capacity, this little bit. Look at this. So you got any kind of mess or mop, if I want to mop the floor, I push it forward, backwards, forwards. It will, with the PVA, it's impervious to chemicals. If you want to use a chemical, you can. I just really use ammonia. I don't want chemicals all over my floor. Look at this, clean every single time.
It's so smart. Hey, Keith, they are telling me, though, boy, if people are noticing a trend with this show, this also has sellout and final quantities. Now, if you were trying to get through on the super fast, on the drain cleaner, Allison, we have what, 700 only on the super fast? Oh, final 200 on the super fast. So you want immunity for your drains. And again, I'm using a very broad phrase there, but that probiotic is included along with the 2 super fast drain cleaners, 200 only. Today's special, completely sold out, and history is going to be repeating itself because even though this was saved for its show, or for this show, we actually have fewer than 2,000. You are getting 2 mop heads. Keith already forewarned me. Ours have been in our back storage area for a while, so you, of course, like with any mop, you're going to reactivate it with water. But when it comes to and shipped moist, I just wanted you to see the really kind of not only absorbency, but the pickup mechanism. Keith, one of the things that I like about this is I do have hardwood floors, but I mentioned the car and the pollen. If you do want to use this on the exterior of a vehicle, if you do want to use it